So feet are about hips distance, parallel, toes and knees pointing straight ahead. We're just gonna breathe. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. And then exhale, go right into that forward fold. Round your spine, scoop your belly button up and in. Let your head go heavy to the floor. And then stay here for a second. Shake your head no. And then nod your head yes. Relax your neck. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, you're gonna ground down through those heels, scoop that belly, and rebuild that spine. Come all the way back up, and then go ahead and press those arms all the way down by your sides. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hollow it out, round it forward, so you're gonna feel your lower back and the back of your legs get a nice big stretch. Let your head hang for a second, release your neck. And then inhale, exhale, go ahead and drive down through those heels so you feel a little squeeze in your booty. Rebuild your spine, keep those abs nice and strong, and press those arms all the way down by your sides. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach those arms up. Keep your shoulders unshrugged out of your ears. And exhale, round it forward, all the way down into that fold. Hang heavy just for a second. Inhale, and then exhale, go ahead, scoop, curl back up. Reach up tall through those fingertips, keep those shoulders unshrugged, and then press those arms down by your sides. Really good job, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna get started with a little standing work. So feet, you can go a little bit wider than your hips. I want you to stay parallel for this first one, toes and knees forward. We're gonna go down, down, and then come right back up. So arms are reaching out in front of your shoulders as you do that little double pulse squat. And then as you come up, you're gonna do that chest expansion, squeeze your shoulder blades, let your collarbones get nice and wide, and find that nice opening across that chest. Make sure that when you go into your squat, you're reaching your hips down and back so that those knees are over those ankles. You are not letting your knees drift over your toes because that puts too much pressure in the front of those knees. It doesn't feel good and it doesn't get your booty to turn on. So really reach that tush back like you're trying to sit into a low chair behind you. All right, ribs are staying knit together. Make sure they're not flaring, especially as you press your arms back. You want to keep that belly connection. Ribs laced, navel into spine. Let's go 5 more. Inhale, as you do that double pulse. Exhale, press back up. Drive through those heels, squeeze that booty. We got just 3, down, down, and up. Last 2, down, down, and up. One more time, we're gonna hold it down low at the bottom. You can bring your hands to heart center, hands to your hips, whatever feels best. You're gonna take your left foot, reach it back behind you, find your lunge. Take that foot back in, and then right foot reaches behind you, find your lunge, and then take that foot back in. So you wanna try to keep your hips nice and low. You're keeping that front leg bent as you reach your back leg back. Finding that reverse lunge here. Again, knee over ankle. Don't let it drift over those toes. And then you're also trying not to rock your body side to side. If you want to add some arms, reach those arms up at that diagonal as the leg reaches out. Elbows bend by your sides as you pull that foot back in. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Down that back. Keep that chest open. And again, collarbones wide. So still just warming up the legs a little bit, warming up the belly, nice full body exercise here. If you're adding those arms, keep that chest open and keep it lifted. Make sure you're not starting to hunch your shoulders forward. 5, we got it, you guys. Last 4 each side. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull it in for 3. You can always slow it down, you can always go faster. 2, just make sure you're not out of control. Last one here, right leg reaches, left leg reaches. You're gonna bring it back in, and then from here, you got a couple options. Take your feet a little bit wider and turn your heels in, toes out. So you're in that second position squat. You're gonna either just come up, or when you come up, lift those heels. Come onto those tippy toes. Heels lower as you come down. Heels lift as you come up. If you want to get your heart rate up a little bit more, we're gonna add a little jump. So you're gonna take off. Think about rolling through your feet, so heel ball toes to find that little hop, and then rolling through your feet, landing nice and quietly, toe ball heels, big bend in your knees as you come down into that low squat. Keep that chest lifted, hands can go wherever you want them. Relax your shoulders, pull your belly in, move from your center, and be in control. Let's go 8 more, we got this. Get Get that heart rate up. Remember, you don't have to jump. Just do a squat or add that releve, coming onto those tippy toes as you straighten those legs. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Whew. All right, you guys, from the top. So we go down into that squat, pulse, pulse, come up, press those arms back. Down, down, exhale, press up. Whew. Inhale, and exhale. Chest expansion. As those arms press back, squeeze your shoulder blades. I'm out of breath. Open up that chest. And then remember, those knees are over those ankles. Reach those hips back. Keep that heart lifted. Keep that belly pulled in. Ooh, all right, 5 more here. We got this. Should be feeling a little bit warmer for 4. Keep breathing, I promise you, it helps. 2 more. And then from here, last one, we're gonna stay down low. We're going into that reverse lunge. Right leg back, arms maybe reach up, pull everything in, and switch. And switch. So again, no need to rush, no frantic movements. Maybe you wanna get your heart rate up a little bit and pick up the pace, but if you're going out of control, if your booty's bouncing up and down, or if your body's rocking side to side, or if you completely fall over, you know you've kind of lost it, right? So slow it down, make it intentional, reach, and then pull back into that center. Find length, and then contract, bring it in. Last 5 here. 4, 3, good job, you guys, 2. Okay, last one, we're going into that wide position here, so heels and toes out. Again, your 3 options. You go down into your squat, right back up. Maybe you add the arms. This is great. Maybe you add releve, so as you come up, the heels lift. You balance on your tippy toes. Heels come down, that's important, as those legs bend. So heels down, then you bend your knees. And if you want more, again, you can roll through those feet, add that little hop if you want to. You don't have to. I just like holding my hands either here or on my hips if I'm doing that hop. It's a little bit crazy with the momentum if your arms are going into that hug, but you can try it. Just make sure those shoulders are down, away from your neck. Blades are anchored in your back pockets. Everybody's chest is lifted, collarbones wide. Let's go for 8. We got this. Whew. Exhale to take off. Try to land softly. Pull that belly in. For 4, 3, 2, last one. From the top, just one more time, you guys. So feet a little bit closer, parallel. You pulse, down, down, and up. Down, down, and up. Catch your breath. You're okay. If you're out of breath, you're good. You're doing it right. Hang on, just keep moving. Shoulders out of ears. Hips are reaching back. You're squeezing your booty as you come up. Let's go 8 more here. Keep those ribs laced. Make sure you're not popping your rib cage. You're not arching your back. Let's go for 4. Knees are behind the toes. For 3, preferably over the ankles. Last 2, even if you don't go that low, that's okay. Last one, stay low. And then arms, if you want them, reach as you reach that right leg back. Pull it in. Reach and pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Stay low so that front leg stays bent. Your head isn't coming up. You're staying at that same level. And then you're trying your best not to rock side to side. So a little weight transfer exercise here. Again, working that powerhouse. Finding that connection of every moving body part to your center. 5. We got it, you guys. 4. We got one more move. In 3, and then we get abs. 2. Okay, last one. Wide feet. You know your options. High impact if you want. Low impact is great. Maybe just the squat. Maybe you add that hug a tree. Maybe you just add releve and your toes stay on the floor. Or you're light on your feet. You're adding that little jump. Get that heart rate up. Whew. I felt like I just needed to move today. So we're gonna do it. Roll those shoulders back. Open up that chest. Pull that belly button in, away from your waistband. Last 8. This is it, you guys. We get to lie down after this. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2. Last one. All right, shake it out. I am going to towel off because I'm sweaty and I'm out of breath. So if you guys need a sip of water, go ahead. All right, here we go. Some core work. I'm going to take my ball of ankles and put them on my ankles. If you have these, or if you have ankle weights, but you have lower back issues, I don't think you should put them on your ankles. Maybe just take them off, because this is going to make it a little tougher for me to keep my lower back on the mat. And if you're having a hard time with that, you're going to get into your lower back, okay? So avoid that. Hands behind your thighs, shoulders out of ears, feet on the floor, knees bent. We're just going to roll all the way down. One vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Think of it like a little massage for your back. Let your hands just come with you. As your head comes all the way down, you're going to reach those arms all the way back. Take a big inhale to float your arms over your shoulders. And then as you exhale, a little tuck of your chin, pull that belly button into that spine, and then start to roll back up. One bone at a time. Make it intentional. Sit up super tall, relax your shoulders. And then this time we're going to keep those arms reaching as you roll back. So tuck that tailbone. Think about rounding your lower back, but keeping that chest open, and start to go down. Vertebra by vertebra. Find that massage. Reach those arms all the way back. Make sure those ribs stay laced. You're not just letting everything open up. And then inhale, float the arms over the shoulders. Exhale, reach through those fingertips. Little tuck of the chin, but you want to make sure you're not hunching your shoulders. Scoop your belly, come right back up. And then really lengthen here as you stack the bones. Think string on the crown of your head, pulling you to the ceiling. Let's go 2 more times. Squeeze those inner thighs. Find a little press of your heels into the floor. Those feet are anchoring you and then helping you to squeeze your booty, which is going to help you work that belly rather than get into those hip flexors. Arms up, exhale, roll back up, squeeze the tush, scoop the belly, let your lower back inflate into that mat underneath you. As you curl up, you sit up super tall, relax those shoulders, and then roll back down one last time. Keep squeezing those inner thighs, keep working those legs. Open up that chest, all the way down. Reach those arms. Inhale, float them up. Exhale, we're gonna roll up all the way. So restacking the bones. Lengthen at the top, sit tall. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone and just roll like a third of the way back. So I want you just a little bit behind your sit bones. Your pelvis is tucked. Your pubic bone is curling in towards your belly button, and you're trying to hollow that belly away from those thighs. Okay, shoulders out of ears. Make sure your chest is still open. Let's turn the palms to face each other, and then from here, try not to let anything else change. Reach those arms up as you inhale, and then exhale, bring them right back down in front of those shoulders. Inhale, reach those arms, keep that chest right where it is. Try not to let it lift up higher. And then bring those arms down. Try not to let your chest cave in. So let's keep those collarbones wide for 5. Again, your legs are working. You're squeezing your inner thighs. You're pressing into your heels slightly so you can feel your booty turn on. You're trying to relax the quads, relax the hip flexors. So think front of the thighs relaxed. Let's go 2 more here. Shoulders stay out of ears, even when those arms reach up, and then you scoop your belly deeper as the arms come down. Last one, reach them up. Bring them down in line with your shoulders and pause. Unshrug the shoulders if you need to. And then let's pulse. Up an inch and back an inch. So I want you to think about your lower back here. As you go back, it lengthens a little bit. And then as you curl forward, you're rounding that lower back even more. You're hollowing your belly. You want to make sure you're not leading with your shoulders. And you're really working that lumbar spine here. Find that little stretch, that movement in that lower back. Let's go 5. You're going to feel your belly a lot more if you think about what your spine is doing. For 3, shoulders out of ears. For 2. Okay, last one here. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to roll all the way down onto your back. Reach those arms all the way back overhead. And then bring them right back up above those shoulders. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit. Okay, so we are going to keep that tailbone grounded. Keep your pelvis stable. The arms are up to the sky. Bring that right leg to tabletop. And then and bring that left leg to meet it. So now that your abs are warmed up, let's do a little circuit here. We're gonna start by just lifting that chest. Exhale, curl up as those arms reach down by your sides. You're opening your collarbones. You're firing up the sides of your back. And then inhale with control, you lower back down. Exhale to curl. Belly button melts into the spine. Your lower back is on the mat. Your pelvis is heavy. It's not rocking towards your chest. And then you lower back down with control. Let's just go for 4. Again, keep that chest open. Make sure you're not hunching your shoulders. For 3. Awesome job, you guys. Hang on to it. Last 2. Reach out through those fingertips. Keep those arms active. Okay, last one. Go ahead and curl up. Hold it up here. Stay lifted. We're going to start pumping those arms. You inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. So our 100, you're pumping from the sides of your back. You're keeping that chest open. Your body is not bouncing up and down. These pumps, again, are really intentional. Like you're moving your arms through molasses. And then let's breathe. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. It's breath control. Every time you exhale, you're trying to get that navel to melt a little deeper into that spine. Let's go 2 more big breaths. In for 5. And out for 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Freeze. We're going to interlace those hands behind your head. Go ahead and put your head down for this next set. Straighten your legs to the ceiling. Let your elbows go into the mat. Let your shoulders stay heavy. Tuck your ribs. Pull your lower back into the floor. And then you're going to open your legs wide to a V. We're going to cross right over left, switch left over right, and then open back wide to that V. So cross, cross, open wide, cross, switch, open wide. So you are feeling a little bit of inner thigh here, but since you're keeping that lower back attached to the floor, you're feeling that work of your lower abs as well. And then when you open the legs wide, you get a nice stretch in those hips. This is a good opportunity to give that neck a little break, but we're still engaging that core, right? So it's like an active recovery. Let's go 3 more. Open. Belly button sucked in for 2. Okay, last one here. We're going to go heels together, toes apart. Lift your chest, elbows stay wide, tailbone stays heavy, lower back stays grounded. As you inhale, you extend the legs, you zip the inner thighs, and then exhale, pull it in. You're still in that Pilates V, so your knees are going to open towards your elbows, like a little froggy. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, pull it in with that belly. Make sure your booty is not lifting off of the mat. You're still keeping that pelvis grounded. And you want to really think about your belly button melting into your spine. To get those knees to come in, you got to create some space for those thighs to pull in towards your chest. Let's go for 4. Elbows a little wider, maybe lift that chest higher. For 3. We got one more thing. In 2. Okay, last one here. Bring your legs to parallel. Extend the left leg, twist to that right knee, and switch. Crisscross. To finish off this circuit, we're going to do it 2 more times through. You're going to feel those abs. It's good, you got this. Let's go 5 more here. 5. 4, elbows wide. For 3, try to get both shoulder blades off the mat. For 2. Last one, hug it in just for a second. Ooh, really good job, you guys. Legs back up to the tabletop. Let's go from the top. Arms up, we're just doing that crunch. Exhale, curl up. Knees are over hips. Tailbone is grounded. Inhale, lower down. Use your breath. Lower back spreads into that mat as you come up so that your belly can really hollow out. Again, think about how your spine is moving. And then that belly work will be a little more intense. Whew. Shoulders out of ears. Make sure that you're not hunching. If you want to add the leg extension, go for it. For 3. Squeeze that booty. Make sure the legs are not hanging off of your lower back. For 2. Especially if you've got weights. Okay, last one, lift up and hold. Let's pump those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you want to bend your knees, this is great. If your legs are extended, also great. Just make sure that you are not letting those legs hang off of you. Again, they're plugged into the belly. Everything's being pulled into that navel. Find that center. Maybe those legs can go a little bit lower. That lower back should not arch. Let's go 2 more breaths. In for 5. Exhale for 5. Last one, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower your head. I like hands behind the head so that you can open those elbows wide, but pull the ribs down. Challenge your belly. Open the legs wide, and then little crisscross switch. Open it wide. Cross, cross, open. Cross, cross, open. Let's keep pulling that navel down. Let's keep that lower back softly imprinted into that mat. Chest open. Ribs closed. 4 more. Open. Find that stretch. 3. Make it come from the belly. Move those legs with precision. Slicing the air. 2 more. Last one. Pilates V. Knees are wide. Lift your chest. Let's go into those frog abs here. Squeeze your inner thighs as the legs extend. And then pull it back in with that belly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. Tailbone anchored. Lower back imprinted. Navel scooped in to that spine, elbows wide, and then your gaze is forward at those knees. You want to make sure you don't pull your chin to your chest. For 4. Ooh, hopefully you guys feel this. I feel it. 3. You got this. We got crisscross into. Okay, last one here. Legs to parallel. Extend just that left leg. Twist to that right knee and switch. And switch. Really think of making a little X across your belly here, elbows wide. Again, not too much of a tuck of that chin to that chest. For 3, we got it. Last 2. And last one, hug those knees in. Rest that head down. You're gonna do it just one more time, you guys, I promise. This is it for the abs for a little bit. So legs into tabletop again, arms up. Go ahead and crunch up if you wanna reach those legs out, do it. Bend those knees, come on down. So 3rd time through, you're all nice and warmed up. You know what's coming. Really concentrate on getting a little deeper into those muscles, finding a little bit more precision with your movements. It should be hard this 3rd set. It should really burn. You got it though. Stay strong. Let's go 4 more. Keep letting that lower back spread into that mat underneath you. 3. Chest stays open. For 2, it's my favorite song. Okay, last one, we're gonna hold it up. Our 100, pump those arms from your back. You inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the chest. Take it out of the neck. Really lift that sternum up towards those thighs. And then if you've got it in you, you can lower the legs. Do not arch your back. Keep scooping that belly button in for 2 more breaths. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower your chest. Hands behind the head. Elbows wide and on the mat. Legs to the ceiling. You're gonna open, cross, cross, open. Find your lower abs a little bit more here. And then this one is a really good example of moving a little bit more precisely and thinking about where your movement is coming from. Because you can kind of do this and not feel a whole lot. But if you change your thinking, all right, think about belly, initiating the movement of those legs. Lower back, imprinting into the floor, navel scooping into that spine for 3. Chest open, ribs connected for 2. Last one, and then we're going one more time into the frog. Heels together, toes apart, lift that chest. Inhale, zip those inner thighs, straighten those legs. Exhale, pull it in with your belly. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Collarbones open, elbows wide, lower back filling up that mat. Ooh, squeeze that tush too. Let those legs stay active for 4. We got crisscross one more time in 3. Hang on, you guys. Last 2. Okay, last one. Bring it to parallel. Extend left. Twist to the right. And switch. And switch. Try to come up and over a little bit deeper. Try not to dip that shoulder blade to the floor. Stay lifted. For 4. We got this for 3. Last 2. And last one. Go ahead and hug it on in. Ooh, rest that head all the way down. Great job, you guys. So we did a lot of work for the front side of your body here, using those abs. We're just gonna open it up a little bit. So we're gonna find a bridge. Walk your feet so that your heels are closer to your booty and your feet are hips distance apart from each other. Press your arms into the mat. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone, roll up into your bridge, come up one vertebra at a time, lengthen the front of those thighs. So think of reaching the kneecaps forward, opening the hip flexors, closing the ribs, opening the chest. Press those arms into the mat, fire up your triceps, and then roll your spine right back down, vertebra by vertebra, massaging that back, smoothing out any sticky spots. Untuck your hips, find neutral, and then exhale, go again. Tuck that tailbone, roll up into that bridge, lift that chest, chin off the chest, and then roll through that spine all the way back down. Use that exhale so that you go a little bit slower. You find that massage. Last time, we're gonna roll up into that bridge. We're holding it up here at the top, stay lifted. Use your arms for power, so try to get the whole back of your shoulder into the mat. Steady your pelvis. Let's lift that right leg to tabletop. Set it down, and then lift your left leg and set it down. So again, we're finding that little bit of a weight transfer here as you go into that single stabilizing leg. You want to make sure your pelvis does not rock. It also does not drop. You're keeping that booty lifted, hip bones level, and then you gotta really squeeze your abs. You're gonna find a little bit of heat in the obliques here as you bring that single leg up. You are still lifting from your center. Let's go 2 more here, each leg. Okay, last one on the right. Last one on the left. We're gonna hold this leg lifted. You're gonna tap your booty to the mat, lift your booty back up. Just a little tap, squeeze that right booty cheek to lift. Make sure, again, your hip bones are moving on the same plane, together down, together up. You're not letting one side of your pelvis dip. And then pressing into that right heel, you're feeling the back of that right leg. Abs are pulled in, protecting your back. Use your arms for 4. Squeeze that seat for 3. You got it for 2. Okay, last one, hold it lifted. Make sure those hips are level. Extend that left leg and bend. Just a little reach, and then bend. You're almost there, you guys. Feel that lengthening of that left side of your waist as that leg extends, and then pulling it back in with that center. Last 3, keep those hips up high. Last 2, almost there. Last one, bend that leg to tabletop, and then just give me a tiny pulse. 1 inch down, 1 inch up, squeezing the back of that right leg. Last 5, you got it, it's burning. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted if you can. Put your left foot down. And then from here, you're just going to keep your booty up, lift your heels, come onto your tippy toes, and then lower your heels without letting your booty drop back down. So heels come up, and then heels lower down. It's a little bit like a hamstring curl. You're gonna feel the back of those legs even more. I know, I'm with you. Keep those abs engaged, keep those ribs knit together. Make sure you're not flaring your ribs. You're not hyperextending your back. And keep using those arms. Chin stays off that chest for 4. We're gonna hit the other leg, don't worry. In 3. Unless you were hoping I'd forget, sorry. 2 more. Okay, 1 more time like this. Lift your heels, lower your heels and hold. Bring that right leg up into tabletop, keep it. Hip bones level. You're gonna drop your booty, tap the mat, lift back up, squeeze the back of that left leg. Tap and lift, tap and lift. Open the chest, press those arms into the mat, close those ribs. You got this, you guys. Breathe through it. Last 5, little bit of booty work for 4, 3, last 2. Okay, we're gonna stay lifted on 1. Just that right leg extends. Find the length on the right side of your waist, and then pull it back in. Reach and pull. Let's keep those hip bones high, and then keep them level. Make sure one side of your pelvis isn't drooping. Squeeze the back of that left leg, press into that left heel. You also wanna make sure your left knee is not opening to the left. Squeeze it in towards your midline. Find that inner thigh. Think big toe side of that foot. Find that squeeze. Last one here, bend that knee and hold, and then pulse. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Hang on to it, you guys. This is it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take that foot to the floor. Stay lifted if you can. If you need to come out of it for a second, that's fine. Level your hips, lift them higher, pull those abs in, and then heels are lifted. You're on your tippy toes. You're just going to even it out a little bit here. Booty taps down. Booty comes up, Equal weight on all 10 toes. Make sure, again, you're not letting all your weight rock into the baby toe. You're not taking that work out of the inner thighs. You want to keep the inner thighs magnetized. Keep that big toe pressed into the floor. Squeeze both booty cheeks. Even it out here. 5. Hips down and up together. 4. Level them out for 3. Do not arch that back. Don't lift too high. 2 more. Okay, last one. Hold it up. Lower your heels. Big inhale. And then exhale, roll your spine all the way down. Bone by bone, hug those knees into that chest and rock from side to side. Okay, we warmed up the booty on that one. We are gonna do a booty circuit in a second. I just wanna make sure we get our back extension first. So you're gonna lie down on your belly. You can take off those ankle weights if you need to. We're actually gonna keep the legs heavy for this first part. You're gonna take your hands, actually let's do goalpost today. So goalpost arms, forehead on the mat. Your arms are gonna lift with your chest, and I want your gaze to stay on the floor. Don't lift your head and crane your neck, okay? So as you inhale, you're gonna lift your chest, lift your arms, your eyes are looking down at your mat, maybe slightly ahead of where your nose lines up on the mat. And then you're gonna exhale, lower back down. So inhale, lift that chest, let your eyes stay down, let the back of your neck stay flat, no wrinkles. And exhale, lower it back down. So you're gonna feel a little zing right at your bra line or right underneath your shoulder blades. As you lift, you're working those thoracic extensors, and then you lower. You wanna think about keeping a space underneath your belly button. So you're not just letting your belly inflate as you lift up. That would make it a little bit more in your lower back rather than truly lifting from that mid-back, that thoracic spine. Think about keeping your tailbone pointing to your heels. That'll also help to take it out of your lower back. You might not come up as high. That's okay. Go for 3. Lift. Collarbones wide, shoulders out of ears. For 2. Lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, last one, we're gonna lift up. We're gonna hold it here, reach those arms, and then elbows wide to that goalpost. Lift your chest a little higher by squeezing those shoulder blades. Reach, and then pull it back. Lift that heart, reach, and pull for 3. Keep that belly button pulled in. Keep that tailbone pointing at your heels. Last one here. Lift, and then lower back down. You can rock your hips a little bit from side to side. Release that lower back, and then from there, I'm gonna have you reach your arms out in front of you, tent your fingertips, lift your chest a little bit, but roll your shoulders down your back, so think blades in your back pockets, collarbones wide, and almost imagine that you're gonna pull your chest through your fingertips and find a little pressure of your hands here, but don't push down, pull back, okay? Now keep that, suck that belly button in without letting your belly button inflate to the floor. You're gonna lift your legs so it truly comes from your booty and not from your back. Give me a little swim kick of those legs. Right where the hamstrings and the glutes connect, you find that little flutter. Relax your shoulders if they're starting to hike up. Make those collarbones smile a little bit wider. Suck that belly button off the ground a little bit more. Now you can stay here, or you can find those arms plugging into your back. Lift your hands and go ahead and add that little flutter of your arms as well. We are here for 10, 9, 8. Keep scooping that belly in. Open the chest for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back. Good job. Take your child's pose. Really nice there, you guys. So if you have weights on your ankles, I'm gonna go ahead and double down. I'm gonna put both of mine on my right ankle, so a little bit more work for that single booty cheek. And then we're coming onto all fours. So a little booty circuit here, and then a quick clink, and then you're done. You're almost there. Reach that right leg back. You're gonna lift, and tap your toes down. Up, up, and tap. Now if you want, you can come down onto your forearms. If this feels better, great, do it. Whether you're on your forearms or up on your hands, you want to make sure you're pushing the ground away. You're keeping that chest open and lifted. You're not collapsing or sinking into those shoulders. And then also, you want to make sure when your leg comes up, that little double pulse, you're not letting your back arch and you're not letting your belly button drop. So you want to stabilize the spine. Just move that leg. Keep those abs working. Let's go 5. Squeeze. 4. Last 3. You got it. For 2. Okay, we're gonna hold that leg lifted on 1. Keep your knee lifted. Flex your foot. Just bend your knee so the heel comes to your booty. Point your toes. Reach that leg back out. Flex, bend. Point, reach. That thigh stays lifted parallel to the ceiling, and you're just hinging at the knee. Again, it's like a little hamstring curl. You're gonna feel it. I feel it, it burns. 5. Keep pulling your belly button away from the ground. For 3. Shoulders out of ears, relax your neck. For 2. Okay, last one here, and then you're gonna keep the heel glued nice and close to your seat. Bring that knee down, and then press that heel to the ceiling. Bring it down, and then press it up. So trying not to let your foot extend away from your booty. You're gonna feel your tush more, rather than your hamstring. You've already done a lot of hammy. So let's find that glutes. 5, almost there. 4, keep that belly pulled up. For 3, got one more move, and then we go from the top. Into. Last one, you're gonna bring that knee down, and then instead of lifting it behind you, open it out to the side and draw me a little circle. So you're gonna go back, out to the side, slightly forward, and down. A little circle in that hip. Again, keep your heel pretty close to your tush, and feel how that leg bone is rotating inside of that hip socket. Woo, squeezing and working every little angle of your tush here. For 3. Last 2. Okay, last one. We're gonna hold that knee open to the right. I lied, you have one more move. Extend that leg and then just tap the ground lift. Tap the ground lift. We gotta get side booty here, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on in. If you need to put out the fire for a second, do it. We're gonna go from the top. Reach that leg out. Lift, lift, and tap. Up, up, and tap. Keep pulling your belly button away from the ground. Get both of your hip bones to face straight down. Don't let that right hip bone open towards the right side of the room. And then keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep those arms strong. Push the ground away. You got this, you guys. 4. Squeeze that booty. 3. Last 2. Hold that leg lifted on 1, and then flex, bend, point, reach. Flex, bend, point, reach. Keep that knee lifted. Keep that hip pointing at the floor. And keep that spine nice and flat. Pull that belly button in. Last 5. You got this, you guys. Squeeze the back of that leg for 3, 2. Hold it in on this next one, and then that knee comes down. That heel presses to the sky. You're trying to keep your heel close to your tush. Keep those abs engaged. Make sure you're not starting to arch your back. Lengthen your neck. Collarbones wide for 4. We got it for 3. We're gonna draw those circles in 2. Okay, last one. Draw me that little circle. Let's go the other direction this time. Just feeling a slightly different movement here. So down, forward, up, back, and around. Yep, and then as much as you can, stabilize your pelvis. Whew, I feel it. Hopefully you feel it. And then just kind of remember, whichever direction you were circling in, that you could feel the work in all those little angles of that tush. You're gonna do that direction for your final set, okay? Make it burn. Let's go one more here. Hold that leg open, extend it, and then just tap and lift. Tap and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Put out the fire. Maybe shake out those wrists. We're gonna hit that final set. Same circuit. Right leg back. Pulse, pulse, and down. Up, up, and down. Abs in tight. Don't forget to check in with the rest of your body. Don't create tension in your neck as you work your booty. Don't forget to pull that belly away from that waistband for 3, 2. Hold it up on 1, and then just flex, bend, point, reach, flex, bend, point, reach. Knee stays up, hip bones point down, square off those hips. Last 4, we are almost there. We get to switch legs. 3, you got it, you guys. For 2, hold it in on this next one, heel close to booty, bring the knee down, press that foot up, down, and up. Oh my gosh, my right butt cheek is on fire, you guys. I hope you feel yours too. Let's go 4 more. Last 3, we got those circles. Last 2, whatever direction makes the most sense for you. Do it, last one, and then go ahead, circle it out. Ooh. Steady the pelvis. Think leg bone circling in that hip socket, smoothing over any tension in that joint. 3. Last 2, we're gonna hold it open on 1, extend that leg, tap and lift, tap and lift. This is it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Woo. Child's pose, get off those wrists. If you wanna roll out your wrists, bring your hands behind your back, shake it out, go for it. Before we do the other side, so that we can give those wrists a little break, we're gonna do a quick little arm set here. So if you have weights, grab them. I'm just gonna grab my ankle weights and hold them in my hands for a second. Okay, this is gonna burn. Shoulders out at ears. Lift your arms, find that lateral raise, and then lower. Exhale, lift, shoulders stay down, inhale, lower. Think about the work on the way down. As your arms come down, press them down, and think about your spine growing taller, like you're lifting your spine up out of your hips. You want a little tuck of your tailbone. You want a little squeeze of your booty so that pelvis is super stable. And then you're pulling your belly button in and up like it's riding an elevator towards the ceiling for 3. Whew. Last 2. You guys are doing great. Last one, hold it up. Draw me a little circle forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse for 5, 4, 3. Don't think you're done. In 2, we're gonna go forward again for 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse. Last time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Second set. Uh-oh. I know whenever I say second set, you guys are like, oh, because you know you're gonna do maybe 3. You're at least getting through this second one though. Sometimes I only do 2 sets, depending on time, but we're good on time today, so we're gonna do 3, and you're gonna feel your shoulders. I hope you remember me all weekend. Remember to work on the way down, pressing your arms through that molasses, get taller through the crown of your head, tuck those ribs in, stabilize that spine. Make sure you're not letting your chest go forward or your ribs pop forward. Everything's stable. Last 3. Last 2, we're gonna hold it up on this last one, and then circles forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, again, forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse for 5, 4, 3, we got one more set in 2, and 1, lower the arms. And exhale, lift, shoulder blades in those back pockets. You guys make sure you're not starting to hike the shoulders into those ears. You want to take it out of the traps, take it out of the neck. Feel free to do this without weights. That's fine. Body weight is great, especially on the last set. It's supposed to be kind of the point where you're not sure if you can get through the last set. That's when you know you did it right. Let's go 3 more. Belly pulls in and up again. You get taller for 2. Hold it up. Last time we're going to do these. Circle forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Again. Forward for 5, 4, 3. Don't rock that body. Last time. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Woo. It always helps to put out the fire, right? Hot. Okay, so if you had weights on your ankle, on your right side, you have to be even. Nobody wants uneven butt cheeks. Let's put it on that left ankle. All right, let's do it, you guys. This is it. You're almost done with class. We're on all 4s. Left leg reaches back. You pulse, pulse, and then tap it down. Pulse, pulse, and tap. Soften the elbows so you're not hyperextending the joints. Lift your chest. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep that belly button pulled in. No dropping of that navel as that leg comes up. Go for 3. Squeeze it for 2. Hold it up on this last one. Flex the foot, bend the knee, and then reach it back out. Keep that knee lifted. Keep the thigh parallel to the ceiling. Just think about hinging from the knee and squeezing your booty. Let's go 4, 3. Square off those hips. Make sure your left hip is pointing down, not to the left. 2 more. We're going to hold this last one in, glue that heel close to your tush, and then bring that knee down, press it back up. Down, and and up. Make sure nothing's changing in your back or in your hips as that leg goes down and up. Pull that belly in, stabilize that torso, stabilize that pelvis. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna draw circles on this last one. Hold it up, open, circle forward, down, and around. Whew. We're gonna reverse the direction of this circle on our second set, and then I just want you to think about which direction you felt the most. That's the direction you're gonna go for your third set, okay? Let's go 3 more. Don't move those hips, just move that leg. For 2, abs in nice and tight to help you stabilize. Last one, hold the leg open, extend it, and then tap, lift, tap, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back in. If you want to put it out for a second, do it. You got to shake out your wrist for a second, do it. Second set, when you're ready, left leg back, lift, lift, and tap. Up, up, and down. Don't forget everything you've already done today, you guys. Keep those abs engaged, keep that chest open. Back side of your body is strong, including your back muscles themselves. Let's go 4. Last 3. Hopefully you feel this. I feel it. 2 more. Okay, hold it up on this next one. Knee stays lifted. Flex, bend, and point. Reach, bend, and reach. Little hamstring curls. Gaze can be slightly ahead. Make sure the back of your neck is nice and long. No wrinkles. You guys know all those cues. I just repeat them to remind you. Do 1 more. Hold it in, and then bring that knee down and press. Down and press. Abs in tight. Stay strong here, you guys. You are almost done with this. Let's go 4 more. Squeeze. 3. Last 2. Okay, hold it up on 1. Now make sure you go the other direction for your circle. So I'm going down, forward, up, back, and around. And then just notice, do you feel this direction more? You're trying to get every angle of that left booty cheek here. And then you're going to do whatever direction you felt the most for your final set. Okay, you're almost there. 2 more. Last one. And then hold it open to the left. Extend that leg, tap and lift. Side booty, tap and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. That set was hard. Put out the fire. I even felt my stabilizing leg. If you did too, that's okay. That leg is tired. Make sure you're not leaning all your weight to the right though, alright? Let's do it. Last time. Left leg out. Pulse, pulse, and tap. So like I mentioned, you don't want all of your weight in that right side of your body. If you feel like your right hand is way heavier than your left hand, put some weight into that left arm. Your right side is tired, so things are gonna start to lean that direction and try to rest. Don't let that happen. Let's go for 4, 3. This is it, you guys. Last set. 2 more. Hold it up on this last one. Flex, bend, point, reach. Find length. Every time you straighten that leg, reach those toes back, lengthen those muscles. 5 more. Last 4. Keep that knee lifted. You can do it. 3. Pull that belly in for 2. Hold that bend on 1, and then bring it down. Press it up. Push the ground away. Don't forget your arms. Notice if you're dumping everything into the wrists, into the shoulders. Get stronger through that center. Hold yourself up for 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. I am with you, you guys. Draw your circles whichever direction you felt the most. Make sure you're not getting sloppy. Steady that pelvis. Pull that tummy in tighter. 3 more like this. Don't let those shoulders rock. 2 more. Okay, last one. We're going to hold that leg open to the left. Extend it. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Oh my gosh. Put it out. Okay, I'm going to take these off. You can too. And then let's go ahead and find a quick plank. So on your hands, I know those arms are tired. Up on your toes, lift your booty in line with your shoulders. Look down and slightly ahead, so again, your neck is in line with your spine. If you want to drop to your knees, do it. But today we're only doing 3 tricep push-ups, okay? So make sure as you bend your elbows, they're narrow. Everything comes down together. Everything presses up together. Make sure your hips don't drop heavier than the rest of you, okay? Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. One more time. Inhale, bend. Lengthen out. Exhale, woo, press it up. That was a tough one. And then hold it. Pike your hips up, scoop your belly. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Respiratory. And then hang heavy, soften your knees. Shake out your neck. Grab your elbows. Do a little sway side to side. Release that lower back. And then find center. Let the arms hang heavy. Keep those knees soft. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, rebuild your spine. Come all the way back up, bone by bone. Arms come up, and then they lower down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. You guys are done.